Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to BattleTech. I know, I'm setting myself up for Lady Arano to just yank the leash as soon as we get out here and pull us back to like Weldry or Smithin where she always does, but I think we're gonna go look for work on Clough's Stand. I was looking for worlds out here in the border region that have Canopian presence, because again, I think the Canopians like us better than anybody else. And if we're going to try to get some reputation going with somebody, make a friend, they're the ones to do it with. So here we have a world that has Canopian presence, has a mega city. It's dominated by a single sprawling mega city, New Durban, fed by massive coastal algae farms. So the place is rich, it has a thriving black market and a manufacturing center. Like, even if we can't find good work here, we might be able to find some cool stuff to buy here. It's a pretty long trip, but I really, really just want to have more than one friend in the galaxy. You know, Lady Arano, I feel like sometimes does not take my safety as her first priority. So I'm just thinking it would be cool to, have some other friends. And we don't really have any mech upgrades that we want to make, I don't think. So the mech bay is just gonna sit empty for a while. It feels weird on such a long trip to do that, but I just really don't think there are a lot of changes we want to make. Our mechs are in pretty good position. It would be cool to get a second AC-20 mounted on something. I don't know what. I suppose we could try to put it on the Highlander, right? Like, the Highlander's heavy enough that it could pretty easily mount a larger autocannon, but also, I don't really want to put a weapon on the Highlander that requires it to be that close. Alright, so we have a ton of money here. Let's figure out what we want to do next. It turns out there's even more recreation stuff available. There's also more leveling stuff available. Each mech warrior with less than 50,000 total XP will gain 50 XP per day. That does sound awfully useful. Then again, we could keep doing like what I said and keep trying to climb company morale up to 45 or higher, which is the point where we'll be able to do a precision shot at the beginning of the mission while still maintaining inspiration for everybody. 16 points is a lot to gain. Do we have anything here that gives more than +1? Okay, the arcade is +2. The low G pool is also +2. Commander, come on. Low gravity swimming pool. Alright, Samir, you make a compelling argument. What do we have to do to get that going? We have to get the gamma pod online. Oof, that's expensive for a thing that I don't even want. What about the arcade? The arcade also requires the gamma pod. Man, it's a lot of money for, like, we don't need 24 mech warriors. We're not using most of the space we have now. Alright, let's work on some of these other morale improvements then, I guess. I'm assuming to get this online we have to finish upgrading the power system. No, we have to get the gamma pod, man. Alright, well, it turns out that the, It says here, mech warriors with less than 30,000 total experience benefit from this training. 30,000 makes that less attractive for sure. So, Gamma Pod. We're gonna spend in just a couple of days, right? We're gonna lose 550,000 C-bills. So I kind of think we can't afford to go for this right now. Let's get the hydroponic garden up. It won't take that long. It's not that expensive.
It'll take a bit, but we'll get it done.
And we'll just have to bank money toward that gamma pod upgrade. I am very surprised by how expensive that is. Yeah, we definitely don't want to drop 2 million C-bills on something with a financial report upcoming soon before we reach our destination. I want the crew to be happy. Listen, I want the crew to have a low-gravity swimming pool. Beyond the fact that they want it, I want it. But man, it's a lot of money. We do have some stuff we can sell. We haven't really been selling equipment or anything. Maybe that'll be worth doing. I'm hoping, as rich as this place is, I've already forgotten the name of the world we're going to. I'm hoping they'll have some nice juicy contracts available. Hopefully, nice juicy contracts working for the Canopians. Doing everything in my power to avoid having to say the word magistracy all the time. Hey to say, yeah, we're gonna maintain current expense level. The percentage increase of going up to getting extra morale is really expensive. A very large percent. Yeah, timeline's paused. Hey, get going. Clough stand. Oh no! The triple F burger meat. If we had the hydroponics up, we could get the best result on this event. Why did this have to pop again? 6 days before. It's a really unfortunate. Well, we've seen this event before. We are not eating this meat. Darius, sell this meat on the market. I think this costs some morale, but there's no way we're eating a bunch of meat we found in a box that we did not order. Okay. No, it does not in fact have any negative effect. It just also doesn't really have a positive effect, because $10,000 may as well be nothing. But what I was going to say before I was interrupted by the financial report is that I really like this long space travel stuff. There's a thing that happens in spacey science fiction properties, and I was about to say not all of them. Science fiction-y properties do tend to do this. I was saying not all of them because I was thinking of Star Wars, where there's very little space travel stuff because they just teleport everywhere. But also, Star Wars isn't science fiction.
Those upgrades you asked for are online, Commander. Waypoint reached, Commander.
So there's a thing that happens in spacey science fiction media properties. We have these long periods of travel. Something about that just really appeals to me. I really, really appreciate the long quiet of space. So, in stories. Obviously, I would never, ever, ever want to be in space. That sounds like the worst thing. The worst thing I can possibly imagine. Okay, they got some Wolverine parts here. An unimpressive AC-10. Okay, plus stability damage LRM-15s are interesting. Probably not worth buying straight up. 3 accuracy small laser is semi-compelling. Okay, plus damage SRMs I have strong feelings about. And a really weak arm mod. Hard to imagine wanting to equip plus 5 melee damage. I don't really think the plus 15 melee damage one we have equipped is necessarily valuable. Actually, I removed that, didn't I? Yeah, so. That said, do I want to buy stuff that I'm not immediately going to use, given that we're trying to save up? Probably not. What do we have to sell? Do you have anything valuable at all? We could sell that arm mod. Since apparently I don't like it. Oh, that's right. We do have a comm system that I could have installed over the drive. Whatever. I'll remember to do it for next time. Let's see what the contracts are before we make any financial decisions. We got anything out here? Well, there's a contract for the Capellans. Sure, it's very difficult, but at least the pay is bad. This looks pretty easy, though. Yeah, there's a couple of decent paying contracts out here. Our scouts have observed Capellan military units covertly surveying military and industrial targets. This increased activity near several priority facilities suggests a strike is coming soon. We're tasking you with intercepting the scout lance that's identifying targets and eliminating it before it can report back. Yeah, okay, I like that. It's a good combination of easy and valuable. I don't think we need to make any big changes, so we definitely want to focus on pay here. To be perfectly honest, I don't think I even care about salvage. The odds of us finding anything of value from a scout lance on a 2.5 difficulty mission, pretty low. And the difference is 200,000 C-bills. Yeah, we'll just take full payment on this one. Alright, we probably want to swap Reckless back in. Get her a little bit of XP. This might be an okay time to bring Reaper in as well. He's gaining XP more slowly than I would like. I mean, exactly as slowly as I knew he would, because we were told the rate of XP gain from the pods, but it feels longer than I was hoping it would feel. Yeah, I'm just gonna go this way. If we suffer any major losses on a relatively easy mission because I decided to bring an underqualified crew, first of all, I'm going to feel like an idiot, and secondly, it's really going to set back our quest for gaining lots of money. So we will try that other mission too, probably the other 800,000 one. That was a 3.5 skull difficulty, which is theoretically something we should be good at. Or good enough to do. We have some impressive machines, we have our tactics kind of worked out, we have some good pilots. Hopefully we won't sustain any real meaningful damage here and we can just go straight into that. And with the two of those both done, I will be pretty clear to go ahead and make the beta pod upgrade, or the gamma pod upgrade rather. I guess the game is expecting us to have a lot more people on staff. I don't really feel like I'm running a skeleton crew or anything. We have a guy on staff who's literally never been on a mission because we never needed him for a mission. So I don't know. It feels like we can't be understaffing by much. But I just can't imagine, how could you possibly need 24 pilots?
Command interface initiated.
Alright, got solid intel that the enemy lance is in the region. Well, I should hope so, because we're down here. Oh, I dig this, like, nighttime, the headlights on thing. This is really cool. So, the dragon is most effective when we can get it a decent flank. Are we going to walk most of us through this valley and the dragon out around the side, maybe? Yeah, I think that seems pretty reasonable. Where's the Thunderbolt? I really, like... Okay, I bet the positions that we drop in are set by our positions on the roster across the bottom on the deployment screen. So we need to move the Thunderbolt. Because this thing where it always deploys in the very back really sucks.
Yes, Commander. Coordinates received.
Alright, good luck, Medusa. I'm a little worried about the dude. He sometimes takes a lot of damage very quickly.
I've got eyes on hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
Well, destroying the enemy reinforcements is probably a bonus objective.
I've been sensor locked. Let's go. Standing by.
You gonna be able to get into sensor range of him? Sadly, he is not. Okay, well, in that case, he just reserves.
Holding for the right opportunity.
So they're fast moving, whatever they are. Probably pretty light mechs. And now that they've moved forward, he should be able to get a sensor lock. Give us some kind of idea what we're dealing with.
More bandits incoming.
Well, they're converging on us quickly. 45. 55. Okay, so they're just going to make us fight two actual lances of mechs. That sucks. Let's have... oh, really? Dragon... The only space that gives him cover prevents him from seeing any of the enemies. That sucks. Alright, well, we need to pick a side and clear that side out quickly. Maybe we should go ahead and just continue with the plan of moving this way with these guys. Get this thing between our crew and the backup guys. And try to burn our way through the valley before they have time to flank us. I'm a little worried about trying to go the other way, given the fact that this guy's already around this side of the outcropping. These are heavier mechs, though. Yeah, this looks like it's actually going to be pretty tough.
Roger.
Alright, this is the plan. We're gonna get into the valley. Alright, a blackjack, totally stock outfitting. I'd love it if I didn't have to have my back armor toward these mechs, but it looks like I don't really have a way out of that. Can I jump to a better position? We can jump up here to a place where I'm completely visible to absolutely everybody. Ah, here we go. Jumping gives you a lot more ability to affect your facing. So that guy has one evasive charge, and he's guarded.
Copy that.
I should have been paying more attention to that. I should have known we were going to see them for a second in the air. I could have gotten a read. So we're only going to do half damage with this hit, but his armor's soft enough that half of 60 is still really significant. And stripping his evasion charge will make it easier for us to get good breaching shots with Bell.
Firing on target.
Well, alright. Unfortunate. Really, I can't... Oh, because I can't see them. Right. If I move over to here... Okay, so we could have Reckless just sensor lock that guy, and then we could do a breaching shot with Bell, you know, Gauss one of them, LRM the other. I figure out where I want her to go. In case I do want her to fire on these guys as they approach from behind, I don't want to commit too deeply to the valley. Like, the Awesome is probably our best rear guard.
Roger. I've got a sensor lock.
Okay, it's a Wolverine. Couple of medium lasers, SRM-6 at long range, not really that dangerous. I'm concerned. Alright, let's take advantage of breaching shot.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, we get some pretty good damage to this this side. And we hit the blackjack dead center. Really, really hit it, too. Okay, they're all on 3. Oh, it's 55-ton mechs coming up behind us. What happened to the Scout Lance? When they said Scout Lance, I thought we were talking about, like, Jenners and shit. This is just 2 actual lances of real combat mechs. This is not what I signed up for. We were lied to.
Copy that.
Alright, show me center torso. Let's just take this thing down.
Roger.
Got him.
Let's hit him hard.
Okay, that'll make things a little easier. Yeah, so we want to keep moving forward through the valley so that these things have a hard time catching up with us to shoot at us. If we can kill another one of these before having to engage with that, it will be like we're only fighting one lance at a time, effectively. Oof, boy, that thing has a pretty good read on us, considering it can't see me.
Good to go.
I don't quite have the jump jet. Yeah, I don't quite have the jump jet distance necessary to land over here. This is what I was hoping for. So, like, is it too dangerous to jump up here? Probably. I'll be seen and then shot by everyone. Which means that this guy doesn't really have a good turn? Because I certainly don't want to run around this way and get this shot. That's going to mean that he gets hit by everything over here. You know what? I'm going to reserve with him. We'll figure out what we want Medusa to do after we know how Bell and Reckless's turns have gone.
Yes, Commander.
I'm receiving you.
Once again, there's no version of this where I get to actually use the Awesome for anything. Yeah, maybe we just fall back and hole up in the valley. We'll use sensor lock again this turn, I guess to give us proper vision of this guy so that I can make some better decisions.
Sensors locked on.
Yeah.
Highlander does have jump jets. Again, this is mostly a facing thing. Keeps that guy in optimal weapons range, or... yeah, just barely.
Engaging jump jets.
And he only has cover, not guarded, so I am not afraid to just fire everything at him. Yeah, I'm not going to use a precision strike. Let's just let him have it.
All weapons committed.
Alright, good center torso hit from the Gauss rifle. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
There's nowhere that I can walk to and have a shot on this guy. I, for some reason, don't have vision of him from over here, which is strange. Man, this sucks. I'm pretty sure that it's suicide to put the dragon up here, as much as I want my shot. Yeah, I kind of think he's just backing off then. I guess the real question is, if I do put him up here, will they be able to get vision of him? Well, you know what? It won't matter, because they'll have the shot if they want it, because of the vision that's being provided by this guy. We could potentially kill the Wolverine, but this guy can see me up there. So I guess I don't jump jet. Probably I just walk backwards a little bit. No sense generating heat when I don't have to. Okay, they still don't quite have clean vision of us. Marsh. Okay, stability damage reduction. That's cool. That's a fine place to stand. So center torso's at 30. We would have to hit it with 2 weapons or 3 missiles. I don't think that I need to use precision shot here. I think I'm going to get this with just this attack, and then we'll have a bunch of morale banked.
Roger that.
Okay, well, we didn't quite get him, but we did knock him down. Didn't hit any center torso stuff. They're going to be close enough to actually see us pretty soon. Looks like not a lot of LRMs, which is good.
Standing by.
Probably just reserve, right? I would love to kill this thing, but I can't get to it. The way I backed up leaves me even further away from it than before. Alright, he can go ahead and take a shot at the Thunderbolt. Something tells me it'll be just fine.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Alright, so now's the turn when we have to decide what we're going to do about this approaching nonsense. We've managed to keep ourselves in pretty good shape here.
Yep.
I don't think we're in a lot of
I'm
danger,
here.
but
Commander.
we probably want to go ahead and get some vision here, get some targeting data. It's just, you know, if we put Medusa forward, he's going to be the one who takes all the initial hits, and his armor's really not that good. What we could do instead is, like, run over here, far away from them. But this is just to try to establish the availability of a flank. And then Reckless can get us a sensor lock on somebody, and we can LRM-20 this guy, Gauss rifle somebody else.
It's double time. Let's go.
The Thunderbolt can potentially wrap around the terrain feature this way. These two can come in this way. Dragon can the Dragon can sweep around this side. And hopefully we can do some real damage here. I guess you're not moving. Give me a sensor lock on one of the 50s, right? We want it to be somebody that we can do a lot of damage to quickly. And this guy's in the open. Bell should have the shot. What do we got? It's a hunchback. Not sure we've seen one of these before. Just a ton of medium lasers. Wait, did that say SRM ammo? That can't be right. Okay, I see what this is like it's like a baby awesome, right? Oh, I can fire everything. That said, firing everything into this guy is maybe not valuable. Like, it's maybe not actually better than just firing one ranged weapon into him. So I guess, yeah, I guess we just let the Wolverine have it with all the weapons, like make sure he goes down.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, good hit.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, so we really haven't taken very much damage, and we really haven't expended very much ammo, and now it's just 4 on 4. So we evened the odds up a little bit.
Commander?
I guess there's no particular reason for us to move him forward, except that doing this will let them have him on their sensors as approaching, and the value of that, I think, is that we might be able to peel 1 or 2 of them off to face him. I'll put the Thunderbolt up against any one of these things one-on-one. See, they're kind of responding to Medusa's positioning. So yeah, they're vulnerable to this kind of tactic. Alright, I like that guy not having braced. That's good for us. We might be able to burn him. It's another hunchback? It's not the same one, right? No, it's definitely not, because that was probably a long laser. I can't imagine the hunchback going for a single medium laser shot if it had more than one medium laser to bring to bear. Nope, that's exactly what happened. I guess it must have breaching shot, and it, for some reason, thought that that was a good trade-off to make. Alright, you, hold on, reserve.
Standing by.
Oh, camera made a weird, sudden, very violent move there. Alright, let's step up into cover and start doing it. So, we could multi-target, hit two different things with PPCs for the purpose of imposing the aim penalty. This thing has an AC-10 on it. We should probably deal with that. So I'm thinking we do this. Yeah. So these both get the aim penalty. We do a significant amount of damage to the Enforcer because he's the thing I would actually like to kill if possible. This is a good start.
Confirmed.
Alright, about 110 center torso health left. We can work on that.
What do you need?
Oh, it'll be just outside of optimal weapons range. That's a shame. Well, I guess we can dump a bunch of stuff into the Hunchback then. The Hunchback has 2 evasion charges. Do I want to do something about that with Dragon? With Medusa? I keep confusing his name and the mech's name. If we jump, I don't have to worry about the I don't have to worry about the unstable terrain, and I get a little bit more evasion from it. He doesn't have multi-target, unfortunately. It'd be really cool if he could just fire a bad shot over here just to strip this guy's evasion. But maybe he should just jump in and really let the Enforcer have it. He's in a position where he's going to take some serious hits if he closes in like this. Maybe that's not safe. Maybe I need to keep him sort of like dancing away. We'll just fire the... Actually, the shot here isn't even that much worse. Yeah, okay, let's do this. God, the rocket jump to come down with weapons blazing is such a cool, so very BattleTech-y thing. So let's see, I need 111 damage to center torso. I actually cannot get that. Even if I hit center torso with everything, I'll do 110 and he'll survive with 1. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't think it's worth using Precision Strike. Well, hold on. It does get all of the weapons up to 80%, but no, it's probably not a good use of the morale. Okay, we almost took his leg off. He's unsteady. So now Bell moves up, and I think we're just going to accept the bad fire chances on this guy. Yeah, the SRMs are still pretty likely to hit.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, we did some alright damage there. Come on, get those legs. Get one of the legs at least. Oh, they're both weak. Well, at least we got the knockdown. That'll give Medusa a chance of maybe acting before he does on the next turn. There's going to be a couple of turns before the Thunderbolt's able to fire, unfortunately. I do appreciate this let's get right up on top of the awesome thing. This is a good strategy. The rest of you should definitely employ this.
Receiving you.
Oh no, he has a shot from here. Well, let's take it then. This is probably where we want to use Precision Strike. We can get a lot of extra hit chance out of this. And unfortunately, we can't target the area that's already weakened, but as is often the case with this mech, a center torso hit is absolutely devastating. Or we could just go to the right torso and knock off just a silly number of medium lasers. Okay, just put enough damage through to eliminate the right side completely, and also the center from the right. Alright, I think we're in cleanup mode now. That dude's like basically in full retreat. Oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. Please, I would like to surrender.
Ready for orders.
Alright, well, I think we want to move the dragon forward and just really lay into the Enforcer here while he's down. He has an AC 10, so if I don't kill him, this is potentially pretty scary. Because we could aim at the AC 10, try to take his right arm off. I mean, if we just hit with our AC 10, we could blow his arm off. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go for that. Not good odds. If I hit here, I have to hit with all 3 of the weapons to destroy the right torso. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try the called shot to the right arm. If the AC-10 hits, we're in really good shape. If not, things might get a little hairy.
Attacking from position.
Alright, well, I almost destroyed his other arm. His mech is in terrible shape. He's like almost no armor left. The Enforcer's a cool design, though, visually. Oh, is it punching time? Are we going to have this thing happen? You do not want to get in a boxing match with me, man. Alright, it is still the case that we might get out of this without taking any actual structure damage. Do I want to just stand still? I kind of think I might want to stand still. I don't really want to draw up on people too much more. Because, right, like, we're going to let the Shadowhawk have it with all this stuff. Do I want to shoot at the Enforcer? The Griffin's a long-range specialist. It would be best to not let it do its thing. So I guess if I move up, we get... Yeah, I can get the Griffin in optimal weapons range and just let him have it with everything. Because honestly, Shadowhawk's just not really that dangerous. Yeah, okay. Let's just move up and Alpha Strike this guy. I guess I could dump one weapon, like dump the SRM this way, take advantage of the breaching shot thing. The Enforcer's probably pretty close to dead. Do I want Dragon to have to deal with this himself? Yeah, I think he can. It's alright.
Engaging multiple targets.
Okay, really, really good damage on the Griffin.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Of these mechs, this thing is the one I'm most worried about.
Waiting for orders.
So I think we're probably just going to try to finish it off. And I think in this case, calling shot to the center is probably pretty justified. Oh. Let's see. I guess I don't really need to fire the medium laser either then. As one of these PPCs hits the center or we don't get the kill. But the PPCs generate more heat. Yeah, the large laser is good enough to get the kill. There's no reason to fire a PPC instead.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
Okay.
Mess them up. Mess them up good.
Medusa, you're creeping everybody out, man. Always. Alright, they're gonna get some structure damage through. They have determined. They're gonna ignore everything else that's going on in this fight.
Location. Orders?
Well, I can get close enough to actually shoot at the Enforcer. Maybe I do that. Since it's the one that hasn't taken its turn yet. Let's go for the precision strike to middle. Oh, I don't get to fire all my weapons. I probably don't want to take any structure damage here.
Confirmed. Show me your war face.
Yeah, I'm going to be careful enough about our heat to not do any structure damage to myself, because as it is, it's going to take 0 repair time. We can just launch right into the next mission. But if I take even the tiny amount of structure damage we would take there, I have to consider things differently. So unfortunately, I can't hit him from his injured side. But we can just get right up on him and point blank him with all the weapons. Can't quite get close enough to punch, sadly. I don't think it's super likely that this guy's going to get another turn.
Copy that.
Man, that AC-10 feels like it has a much lower hit chance than reported.
I hit something good.
I think misses a lot. Bell would probably actually be best served by backing up a little bit. Can I cannot back up enough to get this guy into optimal hit range, though. If I move here, it's not actually any different than not moving at all. And I don't think I want to go for a punch. I suppose I could DFA him. Hold on. Let's let Reckless take her turn first. Nope, no.
Commander?
Reckless. She probably just wants to throw a punch, I think. She also could go for the DFA. She has a ton of leg armor. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do this.
Acknowledged.
These don't have a super great hit chance, but... yeah, they're crazy powerful. Right, and it's all... yeah, we armored all the damage. The flying robot dropkick, turns out, has a pretty good chance of getting a knockdown. We do not have range for the melee attack, but now we get a free called shot to the center torso, and I believe that is that. We could, I guess, have killed this by trying to incapacitate the pilot to get a little bit more salvage off of it, but a little more potential salvage. But I guess we're only going to get 2 pieces of salvage anyway, right?
Mission.
Right, I went 0-2, I think, on salvage, so we're probably not actually advantaged by destroying that thing more carefully. We're probably just going to get garbage salvage from this anyway. Okay, that was an optional objective, so over 1 million C-bills. I still feel like we were lied to a little bit here, but it's hard to be too mad about it. And the Capellans, they harbor no hard feelings, you know. Partially because they're not going to know what happened. All of their representatives died. There's no way to get word back. Alright, nice clean mission, everybody. That's what happens when we take those real easy ones. We got a medium laser and a heat sink. You guys spoil us. I guess putting together an enforcer is maybe not a bad idea. Not that I know that we would use it for sure, but potentially valuable. At the very least, we could sell the thing off. That was the warm-up, though. A nice, easy one. We took no structural damage, we have no pilot injuries, so I think we're going to go straight into the other high-value contract on this world, which is considerably higher rated, a full skull higher. Oh, Lady Arano's contract to liberate House Gallus is ready for review. Yeah. As always. How dare I leave Smithin', right? What's that contract look like? Obviously, we're not going to do that right now. We're going to do the other thing we have here on this world first. Only rated 3 skulls, pretty good pay. Yeah, we'll get to it. Oh, look at that. An actual mission from the Canopians. Includes travel to Wyeth's Glory. Pretty good pay for not a mission that I think would totally destroy us. But I think I want to do this. I think we're going to go straight into this, and then next episode we'll head to Itram. Yeah, because if we pick up this much money, then we can go ahead and get the Gamma Pod upgrade going while we're on our way to Itram. Alright, an elite mech warrior has been deployed to take command of pirate forces in this system. We need a skilled mercenary force to remove this mech warrior before they reach their command, while they're only lightly escorted. Every downed mech will help our cause, so there will be a bonus for complete destruction of the target's supporting forces. Additionally, the mech warrior's command may send out an escort unit to meet them. Expect enemy reinforcements once you engage. Okay. We might be able to do this. I have faith in us. We maybe want to take some cash on this one. The upgrade that we want is what? Is like 2.2 million C-bills, so we could afford to take 657 here and still have very comfortable, a very comfortable amount of money to travel on while we're going back to Lady Arano. So yeah, let's go 1.6 because this fancy mech warrior might have a cool mech we might want to take the pieces of. All right. Let's get in there. It's a polar mission. I'm going to swap the Thunderbolt and the Dragon, in the hopes that this will put the Thunderbolt in a better, more forward position. And actually, if somebody's got to be in the back, if the third slot is the all the way at the back slot, it should probably be the Highlander, which is by far the most effective of our max at range. Okay, let's try it. So, if the difficulty of this mission is based largely on the fact that they have one really elite mech warrior with an awesome mech, then it shouldn't be a problem for us. If the difficulty of this mission is based on there being just a very large number of sort of medium-sized enemies, that could be tougher. But we did just go 6-on-4 without taking any structure damage, and it's not like those were terrible mechs we were fighting either. Short range, but not terrible. If they'd had a couple of LRM pods, we certainly would have taken some damage. Alright, what's Darius's read on this thing? The pirate mech warrior is headed to a major military compound on Clough's Stand, where they'll take command of a company-sized mech force and become untouchable. They're en route to the encampment, but until they arrive, they're vulnerable. Defeat the elite mech warrior and escape. Alright, we gotta snipe the one guy out, and then we can just run away. Unfortunately, the Thunderbolt's not really great at that plan. In order to be any good at fighting, it has to be really close, and it's not fast enough to get really close and then run away. So maybe it wasn't a good idea to bring the Thunderbolt on this mission, actually. I probably should have switched up our lance a little bit. This actually might have been a good time to go for that, that refitted missile trebuchet. Find the mech warrior with the dragon, bombard it from super long range with the trebuchet and the Highlander, and honestly the Awesome, which is also great at fighting at long range, and then just bail out of there. It's probably a smarter play. Well, we're gonna have to go with what we brought. Take him out, head for evac. Okay. And hey, that did work. The Thunderbolt's actually in front now. They're pretty far away. Supporting pirate forces. Pretty close to the corner of the map here. So I guess they're probably moving to that point. Man, that's all really, really far away. We're probably going to have to travel along the road. I don't think we're fast enough to get there through the trees.
Copy that.
I'm here. Move order received.
Well, we'll sprint as much as we can.
If I were planning an ambush, this is where I'd put it.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. Well, I know where the bailout button is. We can do it if we have to.
Roger that.
Let's cut around the trees here. Wait for him to finish moving.
Time
Yep.
to earn our money.
And that's why. But I probably want to push forward. The advantage of pushing forward into the trees over here is that I don't necessarily have to move Medusa right at the beginning of the turn.
Move order received.
So we could take this move and potentially reserve until we have some more information before we do anything else. I want to make sure the Reckless is in a position where we can get to a firing spot, but again, being in cover is going to be valuable here. Alright, we can't quite get you in cover, but I can get you in a position where I think you shouldn't be visible. Yeah, we'll put him... I guess here is maybe the safest spot. I don't know what these things are packing. They could be long rangers, so...
Show them what you got.
Okay, none of their stuff moved before my turn, which is a little concerning, because that means that they're all heavier. I could move forward and get what will probably be a pretty bad shot. I guess they haven't had a real turn yet, so they might not be braced. But also, if they run forward, they're probably going to be able to get vision of us, which means they're going to want to fire, which means I wouldn't expect them to brace on their turn anyway. I'm going to reserve.
Reserving action.
Okay, a quick draw. That's a real mech.
Receiving you.
So yeah, I can get up here, 3 evasion charges, and probably do a pretty good... Nope, never mind. That's apparently not going to be much of a shot at all. It's got too many evasion charges. Alright, let's reserve again. I want all of them to come forward.
Acknowledged.
Before we expose anybody else. A pair of quick draws. And something with a large laser.
Damage is minor, Commander.
Alright, Thunderbolt's doing a good job of the thing that the Thunderbolt is supposed to do. That is a 75-ton mech. Okay, we were slightly misled by our sensors. That thing was not close enough to pick up. And there's more. That long pause indicates that there are more enemies than the ones that we are seeing here. So let's see. I can generate 2 evasion charges and still move into cover. But maybe I want to have the dragon move first. This rock is really inconvenient. So the quick draws are outfitted slightly differently. Boy, I don't know what to do here. I guess I should use Decker with a precision shot to strip some of the evasion charges off of this guy.
I copy.
Okay, they have their own Thunderbolt. It is not nearly as dangerous as ours is. Right, I think a precision strike here is worth losing Inspired because of how much more likely it is that we'll deal like real meaningful damage. And we're only getting 1 piece of priority salvage, so if all we get is 1 chunk of quick draw chassis, that's probably fine. Which is to say, I feel okay just coring these things. It's gonna take a lot of work, though.
Acknowledged.
Please don't miss. Okay. Good start.
Hell yes.
In fact, great start. Really great start. That Thunderbolt is a nightmare. That thing is like a calamity. A big metal calamity. And I probably don't want to take the shot with Medusa. I think I do want Medusa to flank around this rock. So let's just move up with everybody else. Looks like Bell can get some cover and still have direct line of sight to the Thunderbolts. Alright, classic multi-target. Probably won't deal a ton of damage here, but we will strip an evasion charge off of 2 different people. To help Reckless line her shot up a little bit. Okay, reasonable hit. Really, they still have stuff moving. Okay, so we got some kind of extremely heavy vehicle coming in from this side. That sucks, and I hate it. I dislike that very much. Well, we don't have to fight it, necessarily. So what, we just give everything to this quick draw? Because we could knock him down. And give Dragon a better chance to sneak around the side and gut him. Yeah, let's do it. He has no evasion or anything. Give him the full blast. So, I mean, they know where Medusa is. Right, they have the sensor read on him. They can't see him, but they know somebody's around this rock. So I'm curious how this is going to affect their decision-making. Apparently a full sprint really doesn't give me much better positioning. I could sprint all the way to here, but like this is really where I want to be. So actually, I'd probably just do this and then brace. No advantage to sprinting here.
Got it.
Sensors show more bandits.
Okay, some spiders and stuff, that I'm not too worried about.
Yes, Commander.
Ooh. I want to move forward, but obviously I don't want to move into a position where I don't have cover. But this guy is vulnerable. I want this shot very badly. Do I want it badly enough to expose myself to a 75-ton mech? Maybe not. We could kind of cradle the left side away. Nope, never mind. Or the right side. But I actually definitely don't want to take big hits in the left side, because that's where my extremely good AC-20 is. If I don't move in now, he might get his turn and be able to take cover himself. What if I just shot him from right here? Probably maintaining my cover is better than moving forward, exposing myself to this, and potentially getting blown up. Yeah, okay. So then the question is, do I want... I guess I could move forward and do vigilance, though, couldn't I? Yeah, maybe that's worth doing. We'll lose Inspired. And I'm already not super comfortable with my hit chance here. No, let's keep Inspired. I'm just going to fire at this guy from my nice cover position.
Copy that.
Please don't miss. Awesome. Okay, took his arm off. That's cool. That was a significant part. Okay, it's a Black Knight. That's a pretty serious mech. We've seen one of these before. Okay, we're structure damage on the Thunderbolt. Fortunately, it's not a terribly important part.
What do you need?
So Medusa's now in a position to come up here, deliver a flanking shot, and then on his turn he can fire and then move again before the Black Knight gets a turn, so I don't have to worry about him getting blown up by that. And with this thing having lost its large laser and him being close enough, I don't think the LRM-10's a real danger. So yeah, I'm pretty comfortable moving him up. He might get tagged by the spider, which is pretty whatever. I'm not afraid of that. I don't love having to cross the rough terrain. Is that worth jumping for? I guess the jump actually gets me further over here, meaning I could take cover, like I could break line of sight around these rocks, maybe make their lives a little bit more difficult. Alright, let's do the jump. Oh, except if I jump out here, I'm making my line of sight on the Thunderbolt worse. Well, I'm shooting the quick draw though, right? Looks like my line of sight to the quick draw is still pretty clear. And the fact that the line of sight to the Thunderbolt is bad here is actually beneficial for us. That's not small laser range, but neither is this. Actually, we can't get small laser range without being way in on people. But you know what? Being way in on people's fine. Yeah, I can get both my small lasers involved this way. And this does give me cover as well for the Thunderbolt shot. All right, let's do it. Center torso? Probably just center torso, right? We just try to take him out. We could get through this with... Let me think. We have to do 107 damage here. That's totally feasible. Especially since I get to fire twice before running away. Oh, this quick draw will move on. That's right. Maybe I have to actually use vigilance. Hold on. So I'm thinking now, the dragon is only going to move on 2, not 3. So it's actually not guaranteed to go before the Black Knight next turn if I don't vigilance. So as much as I don't really need the the extra defense. I think I'm going to use that for the plus initiative to make sure I get out safely, and now we'll let this guy have it, and we'll just, yeah, try to core him. Okay.
Let's go.
Good stuff, good stuff.
That's a kill.
So he'll take a hit from the Thunderbolt here, provided the Thunderbolt wants to hit him. But it doesn't have its good weapons. Okay, no, they're going to focus in on ours. Alright, I can see the value in that.
Reporting internal damage.
And on Dragon's turn, he gets to fire and then move. So he can give something a hit and then bail out. Alright, we might have to actually draw the Thunderbolt back. So it turns out that vehicle over there is probably a just an LRM carrier. Nope, never mind. This is that vehicle. That, what we just got hit by, was some other vehicle over here. Alright, so it's going to become important for us to remove enemy line of sight as quickly as possible. Let's see. We can expose the Highlander in the hopes of drawing some fire off of the Thunderbolt, maybe. Okay, this is a cover position, but we have clean shots on everybody.
Jump jets.
I feel like I've used my jump jets more in the last couple of episodes than I did in all of the episodes before that. It's a little bit of a shame this guy has so many evasion charges. But do I want to just like really focus in on the Black Knight? I kind of think that that is the right play. Because this guy's lost a lot of his dangerous weapons. He does still have an LRM-10, I guess. I'm really worried about all of this stuff happening. A PPC and 2 large lasers, and actually he's probably in range of the medium lasers as well. No, I think we have to give it to him. I think we have to just alpha strike him with both Bell and Reckless, and then we'll see what kind of position he's in. He might be the one who takes fire from Medusa before Medusa runs as well. Let's do it.
All weapons committed.
Take some pieces off of him. Okay, so we've got some structure exposure here. That arm is... Oh man, if we could finish off his right torso, that would be really significant. Does she have him from here? No, she does not. The Thunderbolt's blocking her shot. Okay, we can fix that.
Order acknowledged.
So I think I'm not going to use precision shot here because I want Medusa to potentially be inspired on his turn. We're just going to hope. We're just going to hope that some stuff hits the right parts. Okay. Yeah, so now Medusa's inspired and gets a called shot. I think we can get rid of that that right torso. Hopefully that thing's like one of those AC-20 tanks, because it'll take forever for it to get into range. Okay, sensor locking me to steal some of my evasion. Pretty smart. And still lots and lots of LRMs. Alright, I think we're probably just gonna brace the Thunderbolt. I'm not sure. I really want to fire though. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. Okay, Spider's up first. Yeah, that's not a concern at all. Okay, it can move and fire as well. That's a good skill for it to have.
Good to go.
Alright, so we definitely go to the right torso with everything. The AC-10 alone will do the job. If the AC-10 doesn't hit it, we can't kill it, but we can get it really close, and then we still have Decker's turn. I'm pretty sure I don't want to move up and get into small laser range. Actually, is that true? With this thing as torn up as it is, maybe that's exactly what I want to do. Like, maybe I'm not afraid of the Thunderbolt. It's just got 3 medium lasers. It could throw a punch, I guess. It would punch hard enough to break through the armor, but it wouldn't destroy anything, probably. So yeah, what if I just run over and stomp on the dude instead? No, I want to take the shot. I want to get into medium laser range and take a shot.
Heading out.
It's dangerous, but it's way more damage. It's actually probably less dangerous than the stomp. It's more dangerous than the other plan where I run away. Yeah, we're not going to kill him, but we can get rid of one of the large lasers and the PPC, and 2 of the mediums. That feels like it's the right play. The only question is, would I want a vigilance? No, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Come on, finish it. Awesome. Really, really good damage. Yeah, that thing is way less dangerous now. Still, Dragon's in danger. Or Medusa's in danger, so we gotta keep moving in on him. We're probably gonna get knocked down. We do have a move forward into cover here. It's gotta make sure that I'm not showing my back armor to all of those LRMs that are gonna come in. We're probably gonna lose this arm. That's not a big deal.
On my way.
Actually, I guess we could vigilance him. Removes all stability damage. 'Cause there's a non-zero chance we just kill this thing, right? And that'll give us a bunch of morale back. You know, yeah, I'm gonna vigilance him. Did I press the right? No, okay, I pressed the right button. It just went into attack mode immediately. Alright, let's turn off one of the medium lasers, go for the center torso. That AC-20 hits were clean. Awesome.
Let's get this done. Tango down.
Okay, so that was not the Pirate Mech Warrior. I kind of thought it would be, given the eliteness of that mech. Thunderbolt's going to go for the punch. Or... oh! Huh. I figured that was either the punch or a flank to hit back armor. But he chose to go for the side armor on the entrenched guy. Or on the guarded guy. That seems very strange. He should definitely have just attacked Medusa. I guess they've decided that they are, like, at all costs, they are focused on this Thunderbolt. Seems like an odd move to me. Alright, we'll give you the LRM pod, and you get everything else.
Engaging multiple targets.
An LRM-20 pod by itself is kind of a threat to one of those mechs. The thing is so light. Alright, so Dragon's probably just throwing a punch at this thing. I guess it's possible that Dragon won't get to go before him, because they're both gonna move on 2 on the next turn. So I guess what I could do to make this work is I could precision strike him, lower his initiative to 1. Oh, you know what? If she hits, she's gonna knock him over. That'll solve that problem. I'm gonna preserve a little bit of heat here. We'll just shoot at him with the knockdown weapons. There we go. So now Dragon's got his guaranteed shot.
Warning. Enemy sensor lock detected.
Okay, that's not a bad thing to be sensor locked. So this thing that just fired the LRMs, this must be the elite mech warrior.
They've blown past my armor.
This has gone a little better than I thought it might. I was a little worried when the Black Knight showed up. Yeah, I'm gonna move for all this stuff.
On the move.
We'll see if we can point blank this guy with the AC-20. Maybe let Dragon move forward and pursue the stuff we know is over here. So we're gonna have to turn off most of our weapons. And then I don't see any reason not to just go center torso. Like, we could destroy this. I guess we could try to, We can try to kill the pilot. Let's just center torso.
Affirmative.
One knockdown. Like, we could destroy the exposed right torso, get a second point of damage on the pilot, but then getting the third point of damage is going to be non-trivial. It's probably not actually any harder to just finish off the mech.
Aye, aye.
I can't shoot at this thing without using my move action to turn around first. That's a shame. Because this is a situation where I'd really like to shoot him and then move forward to try to provide some kind of vision. Well, I guess in that case, let's back up so that I have a little bit of evasion, and then, yeah, take the point blank on him. The point blank called shot. We might be able to finish him, we might not. But I would love it if they lost vision of a lot of us. And this is the easiest way to make that happen. Ah! The autocannon missed the center torso, hit the side.
Mech destroyed.
Oh, we actually got a
Another target.
got a good ammo explosion in there. Yeah, I should have thought of that. That's a good way to injure pilots. Alright, so this thing's an LRM carrier. We think, I think. Maybe not, because... Oh, I guess this thing no longer has vision of us. It backed up enough. Kind of still want to sprint into cover. I guess the Highlander's in really good shape. Let's take the most forward move. We don't get... we will get vision. Hold on, I don't want to get vision. It looks like I get vision pretty much no matter where I move forward. Well... Yeah, this guy hasn't taken his turn yet. What about with Reckless? I sprint up with Reckless. Okay, I don't see a vision indicator here.
Double time. Let's go.
That thing's getting close enough that it might actually be able to fire at us soon. Well, they have another 80-ton vehicle over there. Okay, well, we don't have to worry about vision so much anymore. They now have... They have sight if they want it, so... Let's just go ahead and sprint forward.
Full throttle.
Try to get Bell a direct line of sight on this thing so that he can start using the Gauss cannon on it. And the Thunderbolt is probably going to back up and try to engage with these vehicles, I guess? Or maybe we just move everybody forward and try to ignore the vehicles. We don't necessarily have to fight them. Okay.
Systems holding.
Yeah, we're holding on. Yeah, maybe I don't want to engage with all the 80-ton vehicles. Maybe I just say screw that. Did he just brace? That seems inadvisable. Oh no, if you fire without doing anything, you gain the benefits of bracing. And then he moved afterwards, so it didn't actually stick. Let's do this.
Moving out.
Put the Thunderbolt right up against a wall here. And then just, yeah. Hopefully do some real damage here. If I turn on any of the medium lasers... Okay, I can turn on one without overheating. Do I want to precision strike him? Precision strike probably kills him. This again allows us to... Oh, my chances of hitting his center torso are not actually good. Never mind, just shoot.
Target confirmed. Target neutralized.
Yeah, alright, this lets us cheat line of sight a little bit. They're still gonna be able to sensor lock us, but they're gonna have to sensor lock us, which is good. Oh, they have another mech over there.
Receiving you.
Well, again, really what we're about here is closing in on this guy and getting the job done.
Copy that.
I'm giving up on needing to be sensor locked. We can get line of sight. Let's figure this out. A Zeus. Okay. AC-5, LRM-15. Actually not that dangerous. Given the size, you know. Large laser, 2 mediums. The Highlander should be able to get actual vision of it, and it's not in cover. Can I get into a... I cannot get into a covered position myself. I should probably do a jump. First of all, high ground. Secondly, more evasion charges, and I definitely have the heat to spare. And let's do this so that my front and side armor are available to everybody. Alright. It looks like I do not have the high ground modifier. Weird. So, where's his large laser? The LRM's on the right side, so the large laser's probably on the left? Okay. So calling a shot to the left torso is probably a good idea. We're at absolutely full morale, so Precision Strike will not cost us Inspired right now. Let's see, I would need not even 200 damage to clear left torso. Yeah, it's probably better to go left torso than try to focus center right now. Let's strip his weapons as best we can.
All weapons committed.
Our primary target is taking damage.
Thank you, Darius. I had already figured it out, but I appreciate what you're doing here.
They've got a lock on me.
Okay, so I think...
Waiting for orders.
Ah, it's a shame. What I was about to say is, I think what would be best for us is if this guy moved before Reckless, because we don't know for sure that he'd be able to clear enough stability damage to not go down. I guess, actually, his unsteady point is super high. Never mind, we weren't going to get the knockdown if he moved. I can't get her into a contact position no matter what. Alright, well, she's just going to sprint into the open then. We got to have that shot next turn. And I don't mind showing her face to him.
All right, let's move.
I think he shouldn't have vision of the Thunderbolt. I'm hoping. I guess he's going to get to move, so he can go get vision of the Thunderbolt.
They've got a lock on me.
Okay, it's going to break line. Oh, I was going to say, oh, it's going to break line of sight and then hit us with the LRMs. But apparently it's just going to break line of sight. Alright, let's reserve. I don't think I actually do want him to go just yet. I want to get a little bit more information about sort of the state of the field. I'm a little worried about these tanks coming up behind us, and I do think we're probably going to avoid engaging this force. Okay, yeah, I'm not worried about that at all.
Good to go.
It's probably not a trebuchet. If it was a trebuchet, it would have more guns, I would think. Let's see. It wasn't able to actually lose line of sight. Like, we're still going to have the shot from the Highlander. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get back armor. I don't have any idea what Medusa should do, frankly. Okay, Medusa could run to here and get a shot. Can I get... I cannot get a good shot anywhere, but we could run to here, take a shot, at least strip some of his evasion. Maybe get a couple of lucky hits. We're only going to do half damage, but honestly, half damage might be enough to finish the job if we're lucky. Can I just walk and get that? Yeah. Jumping gets me an extra evasion charge. Given the danger here, maybe that's worth doing, but also I'm worried about our heat. If I don't jump, I don't get to present front armor to the vehicle strikes, which might matter. Yeah, alright, I'm going to go for it. We can afford to go a little heavy on the heat in this biome. And yeah, I mean, we may as well just give him everything. Yeah, I think it's okay. Alright, that was lucky. We actually did hit the exposed torso structure with the autocannon. Yeah, that honestly almost could not have gone better. It was really, really lucky.
Yes, Commander.
Well, I don't have any idea what to do with you, man. I guess we should close on this thing as best we can. I could move up to here and sensor lock some of the stuff on the other side of the hill so we have some idea what we're dealing with. If I move to here, yeah, everything's in sensor range.
Roger that.
And we could close on the Zeus. You know, maybe we can hit it with the AC-20 eventually. So, what do I want to get vision of? I want to know what this mech is.
Got a lock.
Catapult. So a pair of LRM-15 pods and then a bunch of lasers. Yeah, that's an annoying thing to have to deal with. It's weird how every weapon lights up when I mouse over him, despite the fact that I apparently can't hit him from here. I have to move very slightly. But I can't move enough to get back armor. I can't move enough to get any evasion while staying up here. I jump to here. I don't think I care about trying to fight this thing. I don't think it's worth the time. Yeah, so let's jump to chase. I can't quite get an angle on his rear armor. But I could jump to here. Actually, this is a little too close. There we go. That's the good stuff. But yeah, we'll just fire everything at him and deal with the penalty, because it's way better than getting one weapon through the penalty. But I should probably do it like this, that if I take LRM fire, I'm not taking it in the back.
Engaging jump jets.
This Highlander is just a ridiculously good mech. I probably don't want to bother aiming. We're just kind of shooting into his side armor here. Yeah.
All weapons committed.
If we were on his left and we could potentially go for left torso, I would probably go for it.
Standing by.
Still not really able to participate, unfortunately. If I move into like here, I think there's a pretty good chance we get a shot on him next turn. And then once we have him, unfortunately our evac zone's like way back here, isn't it? Oh. Sometimes the camera freaks out a little bit if I'm manipulating the camera when it does a camera move. Are we gonna lose that armor? Ooh, no, that was a center torso pierce.
Armor
Okay,
breach.
this thing,
Internal damage.
fortunately, will probably not get another turn. Yeah, thank you, camera. That is where I was looking before, that's true.
Ready for orders.
Alright, so Decker, I mean, he's got a pretty good shot here. Do we just call it? I don't know that moving is actually going to be that helpful. I'm really worried about my health, but we can probably avoid the worst of the LRMs just by blowing the Zeus up here. So yeah, I'm going to call to center, I think. We might be able to just peel that at this point, now that it's taken a bunch of damage. Alright.
All weapons are go.
Good hit. Good hit. So yeah, we'll take a piece of Zeus as our priority salvage. Please don't LRM the Thunderbolt. Oh boy. Okay, side hits, mostly side hits. As soon as they lose vision, I'm gonna feel so much better. Yep, looks like we can get all the way into small laser range, so this thing's done for.
Confirmed. This should be good.
He actually hit the head. That's 2 points of damage to that pilot. I have no idea how much health I think he has, though. That was a headshot with the autocannon, too. That's a lot of damage.
Yes, Commander.
I'm going to try to take his head off.
Roger.
We're gonna get a free called shot on him. I'm gonna try to take his head off. 2%. Any weapon hitting the head is lethal. And it's also true for the center torso. I'm just thinking that if we do hit the head, we get to take a piece of him as priority salvage, and then maybe we get lucky and get more. If he doesn't, you know what, I should probably just try to take out his core, though, because if this doesn't kill him, then he's going to get a turn. He's going to stand up and maybe be able to kill the Thunderbolt. Yeah, let's not mess around. Yeah, target down. It is time to leave. It does feel like time to leave.
Target's down.
Thing I'm most worried about is the Thunderbolt getting LRM'd to pieces on our way out. Uh-oh. That thing's almost crested the hill? Oh, no. Okay, it was an effect of the perspective. Oh, Evac's over here. Yeah, we're cool. Everything's fine. Let's just leave.
Full throttle.
We'll get more money if we destroy these, but I'm a little worried that we might lose the Thunderbolt if that happens, and the money we're going to get from this is already sufficient, so... So they do have the sensor lock capability, we know that. Something over there does. It's still possible for us to take LRM hits. I'm just going to gain maximum evasion charges here. And yep, I'm showing my back armor. You know what? At this point, the back armor has more structural integrity remaining than the front armor.
Commander. Roger.
He's really the only one who's taken any hits, though. And I feel really good about how our team worked together here. Like, Medusa's flank was awesome and very, very valuable. Well-timed, good use of resources. Basically what I'm doing here is I'm just going to take a couple minutes, pat myself on the back, you know? Do I want to give this thing some LRM fire as we're leaving? Like, I could sprint the awesome. But that doesn't actually get us a lot of extra movement. I'm thinking maybe I move to here and do a sensor lock. Yeah, it would only have gotten us like one extra pip of movement. I'm going to sensor lock this thing.
Sensors locked on.
And we're going to tap it with the LRMs as we're leaving. If we see an opportunity to get a kill, we'll take it. Yeah, I probably do want to move to a position where I'm getting evasion charges, because that thing's actually going to have real vision of us.
Engaging target.
Alright, a lot of center hits. Well, a lot is maybe too strong of a term there.
Commander.
Oh, Decker, you're so close. That will be showing my right arm. Losing the right arm's not that big a deal. I just want to make sure that I can't lose the left arm. And the right torso armor is actually strong. So yeah, a strategic arm shedding is maybe okay.
Understood. Moving fast.
Alright, we may not actually even need the sensor lock to get vision of this thing anymore. That gives me direct but obstructed line of sight. Or we just run. You know what, if I jump toward the exit, I still have direct but obstructed line of sight. You should probably only fire one of these weapons. I'm gonna make it the Gauss rifle. Despite the fact that this does less damage, it's much more likely to create an exploitable opening.
Engaging target.
having all the damage go to one spot. And again, I'm not necessarily thinking we need to fight this thing, but if we see an opportunity to kill it, I will kill it, because we may get some amount of bonus payout.
Aye.
I think it looks like we're just leaving on this this coming turn, though. It's going to get a little bit of a shot at Bell or something, which does not matter. I want to keep kind of my right armor facing it. I don't think it can see him, but just in case. That is a cool looking mech. Yeah, I'm not worried. Bell's mech is in fine condition.
What do you need? Target confirmed.
Good hit.
Venting heat.
Yeah, we could probably stay and fight these things, but I don't know that it's worth my human time. Really, I'm not going to have I don't have line of sight from here? I have line of sight from where I am. Huh. Yeah, for some reason the evac zone is a place where I just can't have vision of that guy. Well, whatever. We're leaving. I guess it doesn't really matter. Oh, I'm too far away. Actually, we all lose vision of him. Okay, yeah, let's just go.
Standing by.
I don't want to risk any kind of weird situation where we end up losing somebody or the Thunderbolt takes another serious hit or, you know. This is for the best. We did the job. We even did do one extra objective, so we'll probably get a payout bonus. I don't want to get caught doing something stupid, and then one of those 80-ton tanks turns out to have a pair of AC-20s mounted on it, and some kind of crazy stuff happens, and the dragon gets blown in half or something. There's too many scenarios where things could turn out poorly. Maybe I'm just being maybe I'm just being a coward. I don't know. But yeah, 10% extra pay for destroying all those extra robots. Pretty good. And no real damage to speak of. And because we ran away, no salvage. I guess that's a... Oh no, okay, we do still get salvage. So we want to take the Zeus over the Black Knight, right? The dedicated energy weapon platform can shell out hellish damage with its beams and shrug off a lot. Versus the Zeus, which I imagine is the same deal, basically. The Zeus 6S moves faster than many other assault mechs and mounts decent long-range weaponry. I do like moves faster. It can mount a missile pod and 2 autocannons, whereas this thing is all laser weaponry. Yeah, okay, the Zeus. I like it. We could finish our quick draw. We have two parts of a quick draw. A 60-ton mech with that kind of movement. The thing is, we already have a fast-moving mech, and it's not... I think it's 55 or something. No, the Zeus is rarer, more powerful. We should take the Zeus part. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll give us a quick draw part too. We did. And they gave us... Wow, that's super good. Alright, what a good episode. So we got some good jobs done. I think we have enough money that we can travel to the mission and start the Gamma Pod upgrade as soon as it's available. And then once we have that, we apparently will unlock all kinds of other really valuable stuff. It's kind of crazy to think how quickly it became the case that I was just not interested in most of the mech bodies that we come across. Like, I really went from being like, oh man, let's put together anything that's above 40 tons, to being like, a quick draw, I don't know, I guess. If you give it to me for free, I'll take it. Yep, this is Darius telling me that I should actually spend some of Reaper's XP again. We'll get to it. So wait, did we not finish that quick draw? Oh, this is a quick draw 5A and this is a quick draw 4G. These are different. Okay. I see, I see. Well, that's fine. I still, you know, we took the parts that we meant to take. They're the same tonnage and basic stats though, right? Yeah, it's just different. Okay, they do have different hard points. It's not just a different loadout. There are some actual structural differences. Okay, that's interesting. Well, we're starting to put together some really impressive stuff here. We got really lucky on salvage. We didn't take any real damage, right? Like, we just need to do a little bit of structural repair, but we didn't... I'm already in the mech bay. What am I doing? Yeah, we didn't take any actual, like, component damage. We just gotta do a little bit of structural repair. Okay, yeah, and we're extremely above the amount of money we need to safely make the Gamma Pod improvement. So I'm feeling really good about things. I think that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. We're headed to whatever that place is called. Itris. Imus? Itrom. Whatever. We're going there, and then probably we're all going to die. And we'll see you then.